Alright guys, T2 coming at you with a new video today, and I don't know, I've kind of slacked off on the YouTubes like I did with the Twitch. I got this new job and my work schedule is way different. Sometimes I come home from work and I'm just like, I gotta take a nap. Then I'll wake up like 7 or 8 o'clock and then it's time to go to bed. So I feel like I'm not even at home anymore, except on my weekends. And when I am, I want to play games. So, I don't know, I'll just put out whenever I can make a new video, I'll make a new video. And also I'm reading less books now because my new job isn't as lazy as my old job. So I'm still trying to read as much as I can, but I got a shitload of books to go through. Today I'm going to be talking about material losses. And this will be like a top 10 video. Because I was thinking about like all the shit in my life that I've lost and how much money it's worth. I don't know if you ever do that. But I thought I'd put them in order because they all kind of have an interesting story to them. So I'll do them like by how little they were worth. The first one is very, very little, but it has a good story to it. This is my first memory. When I was 3 years old, my brother was born. And I think this might have been my first Happy Meal at McDonald's. My dad got me, and we were at the parking lot of the hospital waiting for my mom to come out with my brother in a wheelchair. I don't know why she was by herself, or somebody pushed her out, or maybe my dad went and got her and I was sitting in the car. But I had one of those. This was like, remember, what would this have been, like 1981? So like they had those retro looking burger wrappers back then, like the really yellow looking ones, and different, like everything was cool back then. And I had a cheeseburger, Happy Meal, and I dropped the cheeseburger in the floorboard of the backseat of this car. I think it was like a Cutlass Supreme or something. It's like some 80s car. No, this was in 81, so this would have been like a 70s car. Because we didn't have any brand new car ever. So I dropped my cheeseburger and I didn't even like get to use the 5-second rule and salvage it. I stepped on it. I accidentally stepped on my first Happy Meal cheeseburger. And that was one of the first, at the age of 3, my first material loss. Probably not worth anything, but cool story. Number 9. I think you guys know about this one. This was in the winter of 2010, I don't know, something like that, when I had those Mountain Dews in the back, the trunk of my car, and it froze during that winter storm, and the Mountain Dews froze and burst in the back of my trunk of my car, went everywhere, and I had to scoop them out like slushies. That's probably worth a little bit more than the cheeseburger, but you know, material losses. Number 8. This was real recent. This was like a few months ago, or maybe a month ago. I was there's like this piece of wood sticking out of my pond, and I used to think it was metal, and I got closer and I saw it was some kind of a wood thing, kind of buried under the water, and I was going to pull it out, and my pond, like at the bottom of it, is like quicksand almost, like you can't even walk in it really. I'm going to start putting like buckets of gravel down and try and make it better. But I lost my boots, my galoshes, or my Wellingtons as they call them in England. Waterproof boots. They're still in the pond, so I haven't really lost them. They're just stuck in the pond, and it's been raining a lot, and my pond has been like shit brown, so it probably killed all my fish off. And it's supposed to rain again this weekend, so if the water level ever goes down low enough and I can get that gravel in there where I could walk in there, I might be able to dig them back out. But so far, it's like $30 lost. And I think I'm just throwing this in there because I only had 9 good ones, and I could try to think of another one I couldn't. But like a while back, I found these old shotgun shells I had that I guess they were super old, and you don't want to shoot old ammunition because it might explode on you, I guess. So I had like a case of like shotgun shells and some other random rifle bullets, and I took those to the nearest gun store and asked if they could dispose of them. So that was a bunch of wasted ammo. That's material loss number 4. That's number 7. Number 6. This is book related. When I was still living in Lexington, we had a bookstore up there, and they buy books off of you, your old books. So I took like 3 bags of books I didn't really care about, really shit books, and they gave me like $20 for them. I was like doing the math, and I thought, this is a pretty good deal. 3 bags of books, $20. Maybe I'll take some more bags of books. So I got like, was it 9 more bags of books And these were good books. These were like my Anne Rice hardcovers and a bunch of other really good books that I like. And apparently everybody else had figured out that they were buying these books because they saturated the market, and there were like boxes and boxes of books people had sold the bookstore, and they stopped paying so much for the books. So with 9 bags, I think I also got like $20. So they had reduced it like 300%. And I probably should have kept all those books, but I was waiting like an hour while they counted them all up and did whatever stupid math. Basically, it's kind of like selling a game at GameStop at that point. They don't give you anything for them. I just lost all my old books. But these were ones that I'd not planned on reading a second time, so didn't really care. So that's number 6. Number 5. This is pretty big. I used to have this coworker, and he was a dick. He was short. I don't think he was bald, but he was an asshole. I didn't know he was an asshole at the time because he asked to borrow like $100, and normally I don't let people borrow money, but this was probably like the first time. This is why I don't let people borrow money anymore, because I learned my lesson. I let him borrow the $100, and then he was like, "Also, can you pay for my dinner tonight? Because I don't have money to eat." He said his sister needed to pay her electric bill or something, or a phone bill. That's why I needed the $100. And then I went and got him fucking rallies or something, or checkers, whatever it was called, for like $10. So this guy owed me like $110 and never paid me back. It's a piece of shit. I plotted his demise. I knew he sung karaoke at this bar. I was thinking about just killing him, but I never did. Unless he's dead right now. Well, if he is, it wasn't me, because I never did. So, what the heck? He had this really common name, too. I think it was the name of somebody. Yeah, it was Chris something. Anyway. Number 4. This is my furniture in my old apartment that I lost to bed bugs. The mattress, I had to throw the mattress out. The headboard I probably could have kept, but I didn't realize how expensive beds were. Like, trying to buy a new bed is like buying a car or a used car. So then my big comfy cat, my is it a love seat and a chair, overstuffed chair. I had to leave those behind because they had bed bugs, and I had to pay like out of my deposit to have them picked up by garbage men or something. So like, it even cost me money to lose my old furniture. So that was a pretty big deal. I was probably like maybe $200 worth of stuff, unless you count the bed. I don't know. Maybe this should be number 3. But number 3, this is just straight fucking cash. Just lost a big envelope of cash. I got my vacation check, which I was at 3 weeks vacation because I've been with the company so long, and it was like $1,000. I think I made a house payment, and then I paid like, or maybe I put it like 100 or 200 in the bank. I have an envelope with the rest of it was like $350. I'm walking out of the bank. I'm getting my car keys out. I put the envelope in my mouth, and then I get home and it's gone. Like, where the fuck's this envelope of cash? I must have like fell out of my mouth and I didn't notice dropping a envelope full of $350. But that was pretty bad. That's like straight up a week's paycheck. Just like, you just worked a week for free. Fuck you. It's like, shit. That's a big material loss. So, number 2. This was probably when I totaled my S10 pickup truck. This was 2008 Christmas. I went home to visit the family. And then the guy that was in the special ed class in high school rear-ended me, totaled my truck, knocked my glasses off, hit me on the head with the back glass. Ended up selling the total truck to my uncle or something, or gave it to him. I don't remember what happened. But then I had to buy a used car, which is the car I'm still driving today. Was it 15 years later? And yeah, I don't know how much it would have been worth. Probably more than $350. Maybe something around there. But I'd probably still be driving that truck if it would have held up, if I hadn't totaled it. Now I'm looking for a truck so I can haul stuff. But anyway, number 1, biggest material loss. My YouTube potential from being banned for a fucking gameplay video showing some tits. There you go. I could have made millions, perhaps. I could have been PewDiePie. But YouTube banned me. And then I lost my second account. And now I'm on my third account. So, there you have it. Top 10 material losses by T2. You all know the story. If you don't, watch my intro video.